What's going on, Lock Talk family? It's your boy Jason. Let's talk some locks. We have an NBA breakdown video today. We're back in the full NBA season, and this is going to be my first, NBA game breakdown. We're going to talk about the Lakers against the Cavaliers. I randomly chose this game. I don't have time to speak about every single game, but obviously, if you want to know all my picks, everything I like today, jump into premium. That's where I give all my plays. I'll put some tickets right here that we won yesterday. Anthony Edwards and the Nets. Two premium plays that won. The other premium play that we had, Colin Sexton got called out as a bench player in the last second, but he also didn't have a great game. But regardless, enough, a winning day. And let's keep it going, guys. But before I go off and start talking about this game, hit that subscribe button. Like this video for the YouTube algorithm. It only helps me with us getting this YouTube on Steam rolling, man. Leave a comment what you think about this game. Who do you got? The Lakers or the Cavaliers? But I do want to go and give you guys another thing that you can use. Shout out to my boys, Daily Grind Fantasy. Go down to that description down below. Get a 25% off using my code LOCK for this amazing tool. And let me talk about two things that I do want to mention. So this tool is amazing, man. I mean, I love this tool. Gives you all the best lines for the player props on the different DFS apps. So if you guys can see to my right, you see Cody Martin, Kobe White, and Evan Mobley are marked off as the most positive EV plays on Prize Picks. But if you're tired of using Prize Picks, I got a bunch of other options. So you get some free money, up to $100 for deposit matches, but also some other books that you can use to get different lines. But in this one example, the tool likes Cody Martin under 12.5 points and rebounds, Kobe White over 26.5 PRA, and then in this game, Evan Mobley over 23.5 points and rebounds. The reason why this makes sense is because Prize Picks has fixed payouts, and remember, their lines can differ from what's available in the book. So Cody Martin under 12.5. Everywhere else in the books, everywhere else is primarily 1.5. And then for Evan Mobley, I like this as well, over 23.5 points and rebounds. We got really close with our play last time with him. I think he could definitely get close again, but just look at everywhere else, man. FanDuel has 24.5, DraftKings 24.5, Bovada has 24.5. So a ton of places where they're marking off where you can get this lower line or better odds on Prize Picks. So definitely take a look at Daily Grind Fantasy. Use code LOCK down below so you get 25% off this tool. I think it's an amazing tool. I think you also get a 7-day free trial, so definitely try it out. All right, so let's go. Let's talk about this game, though. The Lakers against the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. Look, the Cleveland Cavaliers have been red hot to start off this season, man. I mean, they've been doing extremely well. Ignore these records up top. I mean, this is obviously not the record. We're only in like 3 or 4 games into the season so far. But Cavaliers 5-point favorites at home. And yeah, man, look, the Cavaliers been one of my favorite teams for the past 3 years. I think they have a really, really good squad. Donovan Mitchell, Jarrett Allen, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen, in my opinion, are like the two main staples on both the defensive and offensive sides because of their size and mobility. But obviously, Donovan Mitchell is the offensive juice that they wanted. Darius Garland is the main point guard, and they've kind of been like going around with their shooting guards. I mean, I think they have to pick up somebody, but I mean, we'll see. So far, the team I think is pretty solid. I do wish they had Markin still at like small forward, but I guess he's been kind of injury prone, so maybe it's been better that they did trade him for Donovan Mitchell in that Jazz trade. But nonetheless, right now it looks like the public's all over the Lakers at this big plus money price. On the road, Cleveland's not getting a lot of love, but the line's been kind of moving against them. Opened up a long time ago, I guess yesterday, at 3.5, but kind of been hovering around 4.5 to 5. So called this game a 5-point spread. Already broke that key number of 3, but basically got to win by 2 buckets. And can the Cleveland Cavaliers do that? I mean, both teams have been off to a pretty hot start, if I'm not gonna lie. I mean, just take a look. So far, the Lakers have been 4-0 to start off their season at the spread. Cleveland Cavaliers have also been 4-0 at the spread. And of course, if you're sports betting, that's all you care about. We don't care about who wins. We just care about who covers. So someone's O is going to go. And let's go see in this game. So if I want to really take a look, I mean, obviously, Lakers have everyone healthy. I don't see any major injuries brewing. But Austin Reeves is a game time decision. D'Angelo Russell is also a game time decision. I believe both will play, but no Jared Vanderbilt, still no Christian Wood on the Cavaliers side. Max Struss, he's still out. I think he's a really, really good player for this team, so it'll be great when he comes back. But they'll still have the main guys. Total 22.5. One thing I'd like to mention for this game is that primarily is that the Cavaliers actually play at a much faster pace than they have previously. They're 11th ranked so far in pace. Lakers still play at a pretty slow pace, but kind of league average so far. Overall, the one thing I do want to mention so far on this season, the Lakers have had a much tougher schedule. So if you take a look at who they played, who of the Lakers played, they played the Minnesota Timberwolves, a top tier team, even though I guess they've kind of haven't had the best start to the season, but been playing really tough teams. The Phoenix Suns twice. I mean, I guess you could say they're a top tier team. I think they kind of are. And the Sacramento Kings, another top tier team. Cleveland, who have they played? I mean, they played Toronto, garbage team. Detroit, a garbage team. Wizards, a garbage team. And the Knicks, I think the Knicks are a top tier team. So, but Lakers definitely a much tougher schedule. I'd say probably the Cavaliers probably had one of the weakest schedules so far this season. So even though they've been covering every single game, in some of these lines have been pretty big, 9.5, 10.5, 6.5. They've been blowing these guys out, but an easy schedule. I'd say the Lakers definitely one of the toughest schedules so far. So that's something to consider in my opinion. But nonetheless, can't blame the Cavaliers, not their fault. They've been winning games no matter what. But overall, I'd say so far this season, I mean, just off their performances, the Cavaliers are definitely a top 5 team, regardless of who they've been playing. I mean, they're top tier and probably in many categories, whether it's offense or defense, but they definitely been stepping up on the offensive side, man, for sure. But they still have been pretty solid, I'd say, defensively. Lakers, I'd say, also are a top 10 team as well. So we'll have to see when these two guys match up. I'm very curious because I think the matchup is, you know, I don't know, I guess it kind of favors the Cavaliers because, in my opinion, the Lakers like to drive it into the paint. They like to attack the rim. They like to attack the mid-range. And I mean, and the Cavaliers, in my opinion, if I take a look at kind of their defense, I mean, they are very, very good at stopping people being effective at the rim. The Lakers' main thing. They like to drive it to the basket. They do shoot threes as well. I'm not trying to say they don't shoot threes, but Cavaliers are known for their defense, and that's mainly because of two guys, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Obviously, Jared Allen has his hands full with Anthony Davis. He's been on absolute fire. So I think it's going to be a tough one overall for the defense, but it kind of plays into their hands. On the other side, the Lakers, they're very, very good at being effective on the three-pointer. They have not been as effective at the rim so far. And if I take a look at the Cavaliers and Camp where they've been shooting most of their shots, it's been at the mid-range and the three. They have been attacking kind of at the basket, but they have been somewhat effective. But again, they've been playing a very, very easy schedule. So it's hard for me to say, you know, how they're going to do in this one. But obviously, I think they have guys that can shoot the three or attack the basket. Jared Allen could be at the basket. Evan Mobley could attack the basket. But I just don't know if guys like Rui Hachimura can cover guys like Mobley. Even the shooting guards, like, for example, even if Reeves plays or D'Angelo Russell plays, I mean, I don't think they can clamp down Donovan Mitchell like that. It's kind of like a mismatch. Even LeBron James, can he cover Mobley? I don't know. But simply put, I do think the advantages for the Lakers are going to be Anthony Davis and maybe the three-point shooting. But again, Cavaliers have had a historically very good three-point defense. And their offense has been kind of excellent, man. I mean, I can't really blame them. Even though I would like to mention again, it's really their strength of schedule has been very, very weak. So in this game, though, if I had to make a game pick, even at this big spread, man, I think playing at home definitely does favor the Cavaliers. I think, you know, obviously I would love to have had a 3.5 point spread or 5. Maybe this could be a good live bet if the Lakers start off fast, they get a lead. Maybe you could get the Cavaliers at a pick'em spread. But I will say this: I do like the Cavaliers and kind of what they've been doing, man. I mean, just look at how they've been playing, how they played that really tough Knicks team. I think the Knicks are somewhat very similar to the Lakers in many aspects, but in this game, I'm gonna side with the sharps in this one, man. I'm gonna fade the public here. I'm gonna go with the Cavaliers at this 5 spread. Maybe we get a 4.5 point spread later on, but I think the Cavaliers are the side, man. I think they can use their offense, put pressure on this Lakers defense. I mean, they're gonna attack them at the rim, at the 3-point shot, and I think their defense will be good enough to keep them in this lead. I expect them to even have a lead in the beginning of the game. So maybe even the first half spread could be something you could look at. But yeah, man, I like the Cavaliers in this spot. Continue their run and continue them having a 6-0 covering spread at the spread. Let's see if they're wagging this season. But yeah, give me the Cavaliers, 5.5 point spread. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys do want some more, make sure you go to my premium or get in the free channel, man. Get in my free Telegram. And if not, I'll see you guys in the next one.